Okay, brainstorming. Now, brainstorming method we are going to learn, and this is one of the widely used method in industry. So in brainstorming, it is generally done is a creative technique in which it is used, first of all, generate a lot of ideas. So it was initially invented and basically popularized by Osborne in 1953 in his book named as Applied Imagination. So typically brainstorming is done in a small group. It could be larger also. Typically, generally 4 to 8 people who sat together and generally start generating ideas. So there is a flipboard, whiteboard, electronic board, or maybe just normal board where people are going to, one person can actually write it there. So first thing is, it is important that everybody understand the problem, what exactly the problem is. So have someone to facilitate and enforce the rules and write out the ideas. That is, the rules are there in brainstorming that we are going to discuss. And better that somebody is going to facilitating and somebody is writing. So facilitating so 2 more persons is required apart from this group of people. Generate ideas means it is a unstructured, either in an unstructured way or it is in a little bit structured way, and ultimately we are going to clarify and conclude the session. So here first thing is avoid criticism. Avoid criticism means suspend judgment. When somebody is generating ideas, the idea of brainstorming is when we are going to take the ideas from other and put it in the board. So we are not going to assess it. Assessment or evaluation of the ideas can be done later. Then all ideas are valid as each other. So which means that we are not going to judge the ideas. We are going to think, okay, this idea is there and we are going to write it down. That's it. And lots of ideas. Lots of ideas means it has been research has been found that when more ideas are there, more number of ideas, the chances of finding out the best solution is much higher than when the less number of ideas there. So generating lots of ideas is very important. So one of the limit of the number of ideas generated we will start to judge, because we are not trying to find out the best solution. We will find a radically new solution, different solution. And free will, don't censor any other ideas. Again, same thing we are talking, but it is very important that we don't censor ideas. The meeting should be flow and generate more and more ideas, and listen to each and every idea. So if somebody is giving you one idea, try to listen to it and modify it maybe and improve an idea there itself, and you can get another idea. So building each other's idea is important. Then avoid discussion on ideas or questions as they stop the flow, which means that we are not going to focus on one idea, multiple ideas we are going to focus. So go to the next idea. So it is better that we have 2 persons as a facilitator and a recorder. So facilitator is going to ask, okay, now please generate the ideas. Okay, what are the ideas do you have? And the recorder is going to write it. So recorder shouldn't rephrase ideas, means the recorder is going to the aim or the task of the recorder is going to write down. Rephrase is only required if somebody explains to other ideas, that the recorder tells, okay, this idea, do you think this is the right one? Yeah, then otherwise don't rephrase. Then idea is long to record, then we come to rephrase only. Then keep the idea visible, every idea, older ideas, whatever, 5 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, we generate ideas. 30 minutes back, what ideas has come up. Before that we are going to record and keep it in one place. It is visible, it should be visible. So when there are a lot of ideas, we can use additional flip chart and those things. So more ideas are better, that I've already told, that it is very important that we generate lots of ideas. And out of the ideas are more important. Then build on each other's idea and try to see that more ideas are getting generated. There are a lot of tools for also brainstorming, that micro.com is having online tool. There are also Microsoft brainstorming tool, Visio. The Google Docs, as you know, many of you have used Google Docs. There also you can use that. There also we can use that tool as a mode of brainstorming. Then free plan we can use, real-time board we can use, bubble.us we can use. There's so many other websites are there which are going to give us a way to generate use these brainstorming techniques online. So now, for solving this problem, which is an interesting problem, there are various methods can be used. So one of the technique can be brainstorming, kinetic, trees, then gallery method. There's so many techniques are there. So one of the technique which is widely used in companies, especially for solving this kind of problem, is brainstorming technique. So in brainstorming technique, we generally use 4 to 6 people and sit together and understand and generate the solutions. So what kind of solutions which you can use? So in this, there are certain rules are there. First rule is that avoid criticism. Avoid criticism means we should not criticize each other's idea, and we should there are lots of ideas we should generate. And then censoring right now is not a good idea, because we are not evaluating the idea. Very wild ideas is good. Then next is we can build each other's idea. So if somebody is given a little bit of idea, you can build on it. So more ideas are more better. As many ideas is possible, more ideas are better. So right now, these are the brainstorming method. Did you understood brainstorming method?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let us start the brainstorming method, and whatever ideas is coming to your mind, please tell, and then he is going to write it down.
So I think we should maintain the feedback sheet for this problem, in which even the timing for the next day can be told by the person whose room has to be cleaned.
There is a proper authority should be assigned for on the cleaning staff, whether it is that hostel caretaker or the cleaning their supervisor. They should check in each and every day or hourly basis. It is quite effective solutions, I think.
They can check on a random basis, like not every room, but on random basis the room which they have cleaned, and they can also take a feedback of the student.
So as sir said that a particular feedback form should be maintained. So what I want to say is that one more data should be collected there, that at what time they wake up. Okay, so suppose so according to the time they wake up, two particular sections of cleaning staff should be maintained, where one particular cleaning staff they will look upon those students whose sleep cycle is very very different from others, they sleep at 4 a.m. and wake up at 11. So what happens in this case is, according to me, is that the rooms of these students will also be maintained hygiene, and it will be good as well. And I think that with this solution, this problem could be maintained.
Apart from this, what could be done, the sleep cycle should not be only maintained, but the timing should be freezed one day before. It should be given at this time my room will be available for cleaning, and that can be done accordingly.
So you mean to say a proper slot system should be available for that? And also the students, like you are saying about the sleeping cycle, so the students should also pre-book the slot if they want to clean at a particular area, respective to that official hours of the cleaning staff.
I think one mode should be provided for each floor, and the students should enter their specification that in this timing I am available. So if we can divide two or three slots, so students should fill their slots and get that cleaning staffs for their rooms.
Achha. Okay, one more problem, one more solution I would like to give is that since we have discussed, one of the problems is that the lack of equipment. So the authorities should be able to provide the sufficient equipment, all the cleaning and chemicals and the equipments used for cleaning and all, mopping floors. We should have floor clothes and all. So the sufficient amount of equipment should be provided to the cleaning staff also.
Students should have that authority that they should check that whether the chemical is the chemical quality is good or not. That because we didn't rely only on authorities now, so we have to check. Means there should be a one committee that who can check that quality of equipment, materials, and the chemical which is given to the cleaning staff.
Okay, so you mean to say active participation?
Yeah,
of
active
students?
participation is of students is required.
Okay, so in addition to what sir said is like we can use branded chemicals. So in this way, like there would not be any need to check the quality if we use branded quality of the chemicals.
So high quality.
High quality, yes.
And one more thing is like every housekeeping staff tend to work in the morning time, but they should utilize it in the lunch timings and after that or in between any free period. So that could also be done, because if we approach to them during the lunch time, they are not readily available and they could not be found, and we cannot find them actually. So that should be there. The proper contact area should be there where we can contact them, so that could be that could solve the problem in more easier way.
Yeah, means college means hostel warden or college should provide a particular room or space for the cleaning staff. So if we didn't see them, then we can approach that cleaning staff toward that room that he's available there or she's available there.
Oh, so you all mean to say that there should be a adequate communication channel between the students and the cleaning staff and the authorities.
Yeah, or we can, means that authority should provide the particulars that person mobile number, so we can contact them that I want to clean my room.
Okay. So you what we can perceive is that proper timetable along with the contact details of the cleaning staff should be there, so that it can be available and we can call them. The students can call them, and the issue can be more of a flexible and adequate amount of time should be given to the cleaning staff itself, so that they can come on time and clean the room.
The major cleaning can be done on Saturday, Sundays, like the ceiling fans and other things, so that students are also available in their rooms. So that can be done on these days, and they are not like busy in their classes.
Any more ideas? Any more?
One more thing I want to add is like the equipments that the cleaning staff is using. The students should also have the access for those equipments, because sometimes what happens during night time is sometimes what happens is they like warm their milk in the kettle, and sometimes what happens, it spills over the floor. So in that particular moment, if the student has access to the cleaning equipments like for the mopping purpose, so like this way also the hygiene condition can be maintained at the personal level.
Yeah.
So it is more of a moral responsibility of students also to make our hostels and also places,
Yes.
not only on the cleaning
cleaning
staff,
staff,
but on the morals responsibility of individuals also.
Currently, like housekeeping staff in our college is given to the private firm. But if we see some government hospitals or another government firms, we see that housekeeping staff is present 24 hours. It is available 24 hours. Like they are given the timing in the shifts. Like here, the security or security officers and security personnel are present. So that can be more helpful. That in the evening time they can also clean the washrooms, because the time cycle for cleaning is after 24 hours. So that creates more situations more cumbersome. It makes more cumbersome situation for them, so that if they are available in the evening time also, or even the night time, they can do it their job in a better way.
So you mean to say that open timings should be there 24 into 7 timings should be there for the cleaning staffs also?
Suggesting for a shift.
A shift basis system. Okay. So yeah, guys, that like we have discussed, we have identified so many problems according to that, and we all know that we can also generate solutions for that. So first and foremost solution, what I think is that the planning of the workshop and its construction and the proper placing of the machines should be according to the standards. The space between the respective machines should be placed accordingly, according to all the standards or the regular standards. The standards can be of Indian standards, or because as we know that Indian weather is different from the international one, or we can have generalized standards of international standards that we can use for proper. So a sufficient plant layout or workshop layout should be there.
The air ventilation issues is a major problem. So solution for the air ventilation issue is that it should be a proper layout of the air ventilation. Where can be a proper fan or ventilation issues can be easily be installed in that. During the summertime, this is one major issue that there is a hindrance to the working of the machines, and that a lot of cases the heat issue is the main issue. So in that particular case, if the proper ventilation is there, so the skilled laborers can easily work on all the operations, and even the students, which are maybe in small number or maybe in a large number, can easily understand the process. So in that way, it will improve the studying, learning, and also the maintenance problem as well. So in that case, it's one of the solution to that.
Continuation to space management problem, like in our workshop you can see different machines are being placed in different orders, so we can do categorization, like proper one kind of machine will be placed at one place, and sequentially a different machine will be placed at different place. So in that case, like suppose lathe machines are there, we will make a compartment and we will place all the lathe machines in a single compartment. Similarly for other machines as well equipment, we'll make compartment wise, and then if there is a compartment, only we know that this much number of students are going to work over there, so only that much number of student along with few staffs will be there in the compartment. So there will be no what you can say no
Rush or crowd?
no crowding, no crowd will be there, like the crowd will be maintained in that compartment only, and in that way we can save a lot of space, as well as stated in the problem, that noise issue we can also cater using this making the compartment or even the common room for common machines, like that.
Related to the like the space management problem, like one of the issues was like the disposal, the raw material, the storage of raw material and the storage of the scrap and the byproducts that are formed after machining. So timely disposal of the chips and the other byproducts that are formed after machining, that are found or formed after machining, should be timely disposed. Like they should be taken away from the workshop, whatever standards they follow. It should be like more routine and more regular disposal should be followed, so that they do not get accumulated in the workshop. And plus, I think there is a need to expand the workshop, at least in the sense that storerooms should be, for more storerooms should be added to the workshop, so that these raw materials and the timely that the scraps that are stored for a short period of time, they can be taken out of the workshop and stored somewhere else near to the workshop, so that transportation is not a problem, but it should be like outside the workshop.
Regarding the design and layout of the workshop, there must be a proper exit doors, which can really help for the airflow of the working. So in that case, a ventilation would be a preferred way, and also in case any natural disaster as well, the people can easily exit to the doors. And also if we are making a proper channel of exiting in a door, in that case the machines or the characterization of machines can easily be done. So in that case, a proper way out must be provided, so that the easily moving out of the students or the faculty members or the staff members can be there.
As Gaurav suggested, that there should be some proper utilization of waste, proper place for that waste materials. So there could be one technical solution for this waste management, like we can reuse or reprocess the waste material, so that we can again use that waste material itself by processing it, or anyway in that manner we can make our workshop sustainable too. That could be a solution for that storage of the waste products.
So you mean to say that reuse recycle can indirectly affects our space management problem also. Okay. One more issue that can be resolved is like that the sitting area don't has to be distributed over all the workshop. It has to be a designated part for there, so that all the staff members can sit at a particular place only. And like we have seen, certain number of chairs are there. So instead of distributing the chairs over all the shop floor, we can have a particular compartment for the sitting persons only. And for that, as we know, if we have a sitting arrangement at a particular area, then air conditioning facilities can be provided there only, so that it could be a more comfortable situation for workers in their rest time also, or the staff members in the rest time also. Apart from this, what I feel is that the windows that were not properly sealed, I think more number of windows will be there, but less number of windows in an open space should also be there, because that sealing, improper sealing of the windows is a major issue if there are more number of windows lying designed according to it. So windows should be there, but they should be close to those, for example in casting area, so proper ventilation, we can use a natural convection or natural circulation of air also itself. So what I think is that windows should be close to those machines where the need of natural air circulation is more.
Yes, I do preferably agree with Vikalp. We should have a window facility in a workshop. The major issue that we are facing is during the summertime, we are using table fans. So using the table fans, the wires has to be installed. And one of these cases that I've seen with the students working over there, even with myself also, that I've been about to fall because of the wire tangle issues. So in that particular case, the proper ventilation and the proper design of the airflow, and also if we are working on a high RPM machine or high heating machine, they can generate fumes and other vapors as well. So if that proper ventilation is not not proper designed, then the health issues can also arise, and it can hamper the working conditions. Also, if we are using any external source of heating ventilation issue, so in that case, a working condition also may hamper. So that the results may vary also in that case.
As we all know, workshop consists of very larger or heavy machineries. So as we already know, there are less number of larger, or even you can say big doors, so that whenever we are going to we are installing some new machineries in workshop, sometimes that happens that we need to break some side walls, so that the newly procured or machines can be inserted inside the workshop, and then it can be installed. So there should be a solution that from now onwards we increase the size of door as well as increase the number of doors, so that even the cranes can enter inside the workshop, and it can easily lift and drop or place the machine in a proper manner. Otherwise, it needs to do like we used to use some moving vehicles to carry the machine, and in between there is chances the machine can get damaged. So proper door, or you can say proper gating system should be there for effectively placing and installing the machines.
And this solution will also help us in a cost cutting of a facility for the central workshop as well, because breaking the walls and again building it, again breaking the walls, again building it for the new machines to come, it also hamper the budget of a central workshop as well.
Yeah, so in addition to that, we can say that the space, the present space is such that we can adjust the existing machines, but there should be a more space so that new machines can be installed with a proper spacing between them, in addition with the big doors to be installed there. So more space, additional space should be always be there for new machines to enter, and new machines having certain new technologies which has to be inbuilt in our workshop, so that advancement of our workshop can be done regularly.